Hello, everyone. I know, I'm just as excited as you are. I am so hyped right now. Hi, everyone. I'm Brisa Areli Munoz. I'm the Artistic Director of Musical Theater Factory. It is so good to have you all here. So glad to have you all come out. This is actually our first concert of the season. And we could not be more excited about what's coming up. We have our incredible Storm Thomas. Storm is one of our MTF makers. What a maker is there's a makers program that has a cohort of folks who are in residency with Musical Theater Factory to develop their work over the course of 18 months. This is one of the opportunities to do so, so that's a bit of what you're gonna see here tonight. Musical Theater Factory is an organization that is committed to artists developing their work to create change-making new musicals in the field. Storm was actually one of the first artists that I met because I actually joined earlier in January of this year. So this is a new tenure, although we have Man Tao in the house right now, who is our former artistic director. Where's Man? Trying to see where Man is. Man's legacy is definitely with us. Thank you for being here. It is so incredible. Yeah, over here. It's so good to see board members and staff members and new folks and current MTF artists, former MTF makers in this space. We're so grateful to share space with you all to hear. Just want to say that I'm really excited to have you here. If you want to find out more, this is just the beginning of our season. You can check us out on Instagram and on Facebook. Instagram, MTF Musicals. You can check us out on our website, mtf.nyc. And I'm going to stop holding the space because this work is ready to go. It is fire. We are so grateful to have all the incredible and talented artists here with us. And without further ado, I'm going to pass it over to Storm Thomas.
Okay. Okay. Damn. Welcome to Joe's Pub. Okay, let's get serious, okay? This is a sneak peek into the process of making musicals, right? No, I want to use this. Thank you. Not just any musical. Be Like Bone. I'm about to do slide. Like a pop. My name is Storm Thomas. I wrote it. I wrote the music. I wrote the lyrics. And I wrote the words. There is something about the how. How do these three elements come together that makes the form, right? I'm a teacher, and it's gonna be like this the whole night. Okay, recently I have been caught saying a few times, like, I don't know shit. I know nothing. And I don't know shit. But what I mean when I say that is that I am aware that knowing is something that can't be finished. Or that getting to know someone or something continues. I do know things people don't. But more importantly, I know things in ways people don't. Not just me, but you. There was a moment in my life a few years back when I was having a hard time. I was unsatisfied. My feelings were hurt. Musical theater had hurt my feelings. It's fucking stupid. Are there any kids in this audience right now? Okay, great. Okay, so I went back. I was hurt in the present, and so I looked to the past, right? I started then a growing, love affair with Black musical theater history. I want to share with you tonight some of my relationship to it, right? We, this sick group, under the company name Theater, but Dance, have prepared these 9 songs for you from this musical, Be Like Bone. Yeah, I do know some facts. I do know some things. But by the end of this, it is my hope that you will start to recognize some of the faces that I do. I started with this book. The book was called Black Musical Theater from Coontown to Dream Girls. It's a crazy book title. But I also started with a hope that there was someone who looked like me who had walked this path before, specifically this one, right here, trying to make musicals in New York City. I'm Black, I'm queer, I'm trans. Many of these words did not exist in the past, we know. But what of it did? And what are words? Oh, I won't do that again. So I started with a research, and then something happened. We're gonna play this song for you. I gotta get on the drums, so hold on.
I saw a picture of a beautiful man. And then I saw his wife. It occurred to me their secret life. And you might not understand. You might not understand, but I do, but I do.
I love those pictures. They're like my fucking favorite. Sometimes I put them like up near my bed, in my room. That's me. I like the pictures because when I look into their eyes, I feel akin. Hold on.
The train.
Don't say that. what I see is something that musical theater history and black theater history can't see because of their inherent heterosexism. We must know it well. We still, for some reason, operate ideologically that a figure is straight unless there's proof, which I think is obviously wrong. Yeah, that was me in high school, but I'm not the main character of this musical. Okay, this is not either one of those two things you just listed. Okay? The truth is, it's not even about me. A story about black musical theater is a story of the consequences of letting white supremacy dictate the form. Yeah, I said it. What's the big deal? Let's decenter whiteness, yes. Yes. Focus on the matter of black lives, yes. But I believe you can feed two birds with the same seed by being honest. White supremacists love musical theater. It's so true though. But also like music and theater, even when you go back to the originating moment, right? It's like people in the forest putting on their costumes and like singing their songs with their hats and shit. Okay? I could say a lot more about that, but I'm not. I believe that if a serious white supremacist can come to your musical and be like, that was not bad, it's white supremacist entertainment. If they was entertained, okay? Not us, okay? Not here. The last song you just heard, thank you, Richard. It opens the show. It places like a context, in my context. The next song is a gift given to us from Maya. It more so expresses the landscape, timeless and also pressing.
Once there was a land split into two. Down below, authenticity grew. Up in the north, realness took root. And the hyperbole of the black artiste had to clear around to the back porch to groove. Let's start with the South. Now there's a people who know how to hold wealth, except the poor of them, which are more of them, true. Now the beauty of the battle cry, of sticking with your chosen side, the loyalty of long nights, and the history of long fights. Oh, fare thee well. Only those who are in this land are gonna understand exactly what I'm talking about. Once there was a land split into two. Down below, authenticity grew. Up in the north, realness took root. And the hyperbole of the black artiste had to go clear round to the back door on the back porch, way on the back part of town to group. Let's move to the north. Now there's people who know how to hold well, except the poor of them, which are more of them too. Here it's snap, snap, gotta get moving, no time to be late, gotta move forward thinking and forward motion, of course, for me and my estate. Oh, fare thee well. Only people who are in this land are gonna understand exactly what I'm talking about. Once there was a land split into two. Down below, authenticity grew. Up in the north, realness took root. And the hyperbole of the black artiste had to clear around to the back door on the back porch, way on the back part of town. Down the treacherous education path, collect illegal staff to prove you can really draw a paying crowd. What's the moral of the story? Moral, question mark, story, question mark?
Jess, thank you. By the end of this song, we land in the late 1890s. Kind of unfamiliar, right? So let's talk about time. Okay, January 1st of 1898, New York City got its 5 boroughs. So cute. Just like so cute. Okay. February of the same year, we're just gonna go down 1898. In February, the first black mailman was lynched, and his family shot up his baby. In May of the same year, Louisiana is the first of many states to adopt the grandfather clause to suppress the black vote. June, the first automobile was sold. July, US occupies Puerto Rico. August, Kellogg invented cornflakes. Pepsi Cola was invented. October 5th, the last battle between the indigenous peoples of this land and our current government, called the Battle of Sugar Point. In November, they have the Wilmington Insurrection. Insurrection is like such a familiar word to us now. In November of 1898, 2,000 white supremacists violently took over the local government because they didn't like the vote. The naval reserves were then called in to help, but instead of helping, they joined, using rapid-fire weapons to send thousands and thousands of black people, families, citizens, fleeing from their homes, businesses, right? Things that they owned. There's always a reminder that a home is unsafe, that it never was, that a black town in a second can become a white town. I think they call that terrorism, right? So I hope you can see what I'm saying. There's an economic comparison to be had. Every time you pay for cornflakes, I hope you remember that they started making money on it while most black citizens could not do that. Businesses and industries that were formed in this time can't be anything but the foundation of white supremacy, right? So we want to ask ourselves, oh, when did musicals start? Y'all are making me laugh too much. In 1898, there had never been a musical written by a black person allowed on Broadway. Today, there have only been 2 black lighting designers on Broadway ever. It's just like, I wonder why. At that time, also, I kid you not, like black popular music, like clubs, was on Gay Street. It's like the intersection is real. And I can imagine it's like bumping, right? It sounds fun. And it is at this place, at this intersection, that we meet our first character of the period. In this musical, We call this fucker J. Roz. Okay, so during this next song, we see this character, to me, a trans man, leaving that club, like I might, walking uptown towards home, passing through Times Square on the way. The last picture in this song is Times Square in 1898.
Change its mind, revelation from relationship divine. My God knows, my God can change its mind, revelation from relationship divine.
My God knows,
My God knows,
my God can change its mind, revelation from relationship divine.
My God knows,
My God knows, my God can change its mind, revelation from relationship divine.
My God knows,
my God can change its mind, revelation from relationship divine.
My God knows,
my God can change its mind,
revelation from
relationship divine.
Revelation from relationship divine.
Okay, great. Y'all are too funny right now. Okay, what I'd like to do. Oh yeah. Okay, what I'd like to do. This is Times Square. I'd like to meet more of these characters. Yeah. Like today, a group has to form around work. A collaboration, a coalition of artists always has to form around a piece. All successful black musicals in this industry, they possess certain qualities. and this is one of them, a group. A group of collaborators, as we know, can also be friends, lovers, holders of secrets, keepers of truth. Be Like Bone, I swear to God, it's not even about history. It's like not even about it. But I know most people, they haven't had an opportunity to be exposed to these people, right? So that's why we talk about history first. But Be Like Bone is about romance. It's about sex and drive. So I have these people I want to show you, okay? Let's go to the next slide. There's not gonna be a quiz, but I am gonna ask. This is J. Roz. Can you say that? J. Roz. Next. This is James. Say it. James. J. Roz and James are brothers. Oh, you don't have to say that part. Thank you, though. Okay, this is Abby. Say it, Abby. Abby. This is Bert. Bert. This is Hattie. Hattie. This is that motherfucker Ada. This is Will. And this is Bob. Okay. Can you go back 3 slides? Hattie. That's right. Take me back 2. Abby. Who are you? You got a good memory. Oh. Nailed it. You're right. Okay, give me forward 3. Ada. Yeah, okay, give me forward 1. Can you, what am I, 1, 2, 3. Can I go back 3? Who's that? Yeah. Okay, so you don't have to answer this, but you've seen these faces, right? Yeah. Like a face on the street. Do you think that you might be able to recognize them if you saw it in a book, right? That's the kind of place I like to be at with the history that's important to me, right? If somebody pulls up a picture, no words, do you know who they are? And more than that, who are they? Look, get these pictures. These are the people, right? Some of the people. This next song, we are introduced to these people.
I have a goal, I have a purpose. Steps have been made, success is gained still. I have a purpose, set out a plan. Don't let the left hand see the right hand is moving. I could be remembered as the first person to do what I do at the highest level, who looks like me, and I can achieve what has since been completely impossible. I'll say the right things, find the right steps, sing the right notes, write the funniest jokes. A credit like that, you could be proud of. A member like that will bring people hope. And I got a few people back where I come from that could use all the joy they could get. See, I got a goal. See, I got a purpose. I will not be denied. I got a real chance. 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 I have a goal. I have a purpose. Steps have been made. Success is gained still. I have a purpose. Set out a plan. And let the left hand see the right hand is moving. I could be remembered as the first person to do what I do at the highest level, who looks like me, and I can achieve what has since been completely impossible. I'll say the right things, find the right steps, sing the right notes, write the funniest jokes. A credit like that, I could be proud of. A mention like that, bring people hope. And I got a past that you back where I come from, that could use all the joy they could get. See,
I need to prove you whoever will listen. We deserve more than this awkward position in life.
I got a real chance. I got a real chance. I got a real chance. I have a goal. I have a purpose. Steps have been made. Success is gained still. I have a purpose. Set out a plan. Don't let the left hand see the right hand is moving. He'll be remembered as the first person to do what I do at the highest level. Who looks like me and I can achieve what has since been so quickly impossible. I'll say the right things. I'll find the right steps. Sing the right notes. Write the funniest jokes. A credit like that you can be proud of. A mention like that'll bring people hope. And got a few people back where I come from that can use all the joy they can get. I got a goal, I got a purpose, I will not be denied. I got a real chance, I got a real chance, I got a real chance, I got a real chance.
Try, eat something, try to eat something, try, sleep.
I have a goal.
No, what I need
still. I have a purpose. I have a plan. Don't let the left hand see the right hand moving. I will be remembered as the first person to do what I do at the highest level. Who looks like me and I can achieve what has since been completely impossible. I'll say the right things. I'll do the right steps. I'll sing the right notes. Write the funniest jokes. A credit like that will be proud of. A mention like that will bring people hope. And I got a few people back where I come from that use all the joy they can get. See, I gotta go. I gotta purpose. I will not be denied.
We deserve more than this awkward position in life.
I got a real chance. I got a real chance.
Try, eat something, try to eat something, try, sleep to.
I just wanted to. I don't know. Okay. Scenes. Drama. We learn about their desires, their shortcomings, their lives, not just their story. Okay, in this musical, and this part, I mean, all of it, but this is a true story. It's a fact. There are two foundational Black musical theater makers. Let's hit the next one. Who are named? Will. Yes, motherfucker, yeah. Good job. Okay. Bob Cole and Will Marion Cook. People thought, yeah, let's get them together. These are incredible makers, awesome writers, right? Let's get these fuckers in a room, right? Put them together, they're gonna collaborate, and it's gonna be like, such a success. So they finally did with Bert and Abby there. They got them in a room together to sit and play and make. So Will comes in first. Yeah, I imagine they're like shaking their hands. But Will says, I'm gonna play this song. I'm gonna play you a song, and sits at the piano and plays. And the song, it has a certain draw or caricature, a certain Blackness that sometimes makes people scared. A certain thing. I think you know what I mean. A certain type of song. And something about it made Bob really fucking mad. There's no kids, right? Okay. I asked that? Okay. I have a kid. That's why I asked. But something about the song, something about the tone, something about the vulnerability that it offered around blackness that made Bob really upset. You should imagine him slamming the piano like top down. Oh, Will's moving his hands out of the way. So they have this fight. They get into this fight about the future of the form and what's important to it. And I wonder if in this argument you might see something familiar to today.
Let's not get in a fight now. There's no reason.
You all think if you sing and bang on that you'll slip through without rebuff. I've had enough.
Go on, calm down now. What, you think they're gonna congratulate you for knowing enough? As if that's made one bit of difference.
You know, this is, you don't have to be all like that.
And to anyone else you look anything wise. And when you look back, who will they reprise? When they look back, when they look back, who will they reprise?
If you want to do what's good and true, how if not by giving honor to what's deep inside and how it comes out?
That's enough.
It washes right out of my soul. So what if it's out of control? Who cares if it's wild? It has to be frantic and curious and untamed because, damn it, so am I. Damn it, so am I. And so are you.
You think. Well, you probably don't. How could you use your brain and come up with this? It's completely selfish. This is our job. We have a chance for millions who don't, and I won't let you put it all at risk and show them this. Sure, they'll eat you up. But soon they'll be licking my bones and buttering me up. Oh yeah, they got them good nigga songs down there. Maybe we should get us some. And now we're nothing but skin and scattered lines that make their way out to the country. And suddenly, America is burning up cork, stealing what thin grasp I have on what's mine, and I won't let you open that door. Not this time. I play by the rules because I want to win. I want to survive.
By pretending to be white?
Nah, nigga, by not shucking for the...
You're the reason why every season goes.
You're the reason why the seasons go by.
Still left unsatisfied.
You're the reason why.
We are all unsatisfied.
Like you, a coon nigga?
Right, like you, Silver Spoon nigga. I bet you only let loose at home with your wife. Wait, you don't have one, and I wonder why.
Hey, I don't have to be all like that.
It's you.
You have the chains on. It's you who needs to break that bond with what you think you deserve. And until the day I die, I will never be associated with you and your work.
With you and your work. And to when else you look anything wise.
You don't have to be so.
And when they look back, who will they reprise?
Who will they
When they look back.
Hit me with the next slide. Yeah. Different picture. Can you tell who it is? Yes! Yes. I feel pleasure. Okay. We have this next song to play for you. It's called Play Me. And it is a song, you know, it's so funny because I think it's one of the most core elements of this musical. And I wrote it a long time ago. And Marissa, we're married. Well, she left like to the fucking grocery store or something like this, something small. And I was reading and I learned something crazy. And I wrote this song like on a voice memo one time through, and I blacked it out. After that, somebody might be like, oh, could you play me that song? I'm like, nah, I can't. It just came out of my soul. It just came out. What I learned was this. At a moment in time, so Ada and George are married. Did you just snicker?
Because you made a face. Heterosexuality. It's funny.
Oh, yeah, shucks. Well, I mean, I think people get married for a lot of reasons. Right? You know. But at this time, it's like, I think it's important to ponder, to think, to let it sink in the task of trying to make it in this industry at this time, looking like this, okay? It takes a toll. And I think for me, what's most important about this musical is that it not explain, but that it express the cost of allowing white supremacy to continue to dictate the form. So George, at a certain point in time, they're touring together, they're singing. These people, they're like, ooh, they're singing together, they're making all this dope musical work. And George, he got sick. He got sick from what they called at the time exhaustion. I think that there's a lot of words that could mean now. But at the time, and still, it does mean exhaustion from what it takes to do this. To be vulnerable about yourself on stage. So what happened? Okay, they realized if they canceled this tour, a lot of black people were not gonna be paid. So they were like, no, I can't do this. Ada decides to play both roles. So she plays her role on the tour and then plays her husband's role, puts on, and let's remember, this is a minstrel act. She puts on the suit, she puts on the character, and she went out there and she did that. And in reading this, I just wondered what that felt like. I know what it's like to be on stage in clothes that are not quite right for your gender at a certain moment in time in your life. And so I wonder about that, what kind of questions that brought up for her, what that feeling was like for Ada. It's crazy. But this is the song that just came out. It's just like, bleh. Here it is, bleh.
Hopeful wife, playing the part of her husband, playing the part of a Negro man.
She's in the dressing room. She is a sexy woman. She got the doom. She ain't no mammy, that's for sure. She sees that old costume. She knows what it can do. Cooking up coons, serving up meat. You got to remember, be light on your feet. I'm not like you. I just say what I say. I just do what I do. I'm not like you. You know what you know, and I know folks like you. You move in such a calculated way. I want you to play, play, play me like a drum. Hey, 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 hey. She's on the stage, doing her best, making her debut and making it count. And they clap, and they clap,
Yeah, they clap.
and they clap,
They clap
and they clap. She ain't no minstrel, that's for sure. She's stuck in that old minstrel costume, but she knows what it can do, what it has done to her husband.
What it has done to
And
her
still
husband.
never let us surrender. We've got to remember, be light on your feet.
I want to play a game. Okay, I learned this game in undergrad. That got you more than any other joke. Okay, in undergrad, I did not study theater, even though I did theater on the side. I know, down. What I studied was the use of arts in resistance movements. The history, the practice, the theory. And it sounds like complicated, and it is, and it's like femme studies, it's queer theory, it's, critical race theory, which you couldn't possibly teach to a kindergartner. But what I feel like I learned is how simple it is. Okay, we're gonna play a game. It's a singing game. Are you ready? I'm gonna descend. Hey, we're not gonna be put out individually. Okay, don't worry about that. Would you say that this is like a center section? To here. If you're in between, pick your poison. Okay. Hi, everybody over here. Hi. Okay. This is your part, okay? The song is called Peanut Butter Jelly. You're the bread. Okay, you ready? It goes, bread, bread. It sticks between your teeth. Bread, bread. It sticks between your teeth. Got it? Bread, bread. it sticks between your teeth. Oh. Everybody's favorite music game. Hi. Okay, this is the middle section, right? Y'all can be peanut butter. Big peanut butter lovers right here. Okay. It goes like this. P, nut, butter, P, nut, butter, P, nut, butter, P, nut, butter, P. Okay, got it? Everybody over here. Hi. Good to see you. Hey. Okay, this section over here, you already know. It goes like this. Jelly, 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 jelly. Okay, let's review. You ready? Okay, we're gonna start over here and we're gonna add. If we run into a problem, what are we gonna do? Stop. Oh. Some people said figure it out. That's true. We are gonna figure it out. But we'll stop. It's okay to stop if we need to stop. I'll know. Okay? Okay, let's do it. You ready? Okay. Bread. Bread. It sticks between your teeth together. Bread. Bread, yes. It sticks between your teeth. We're gonna keep going. Bread. Bread. It sticks between your teeth. Bread. Bread. You ready? Here we go. P, nut, butter, 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 P, nut, butter. Here we go with jelly, 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 jelly. Here we go. Bum, 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 bum. Jelly, 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 jelly. This section get right. Oh, I can hear jelly. I can hear them. Be quiet, come on. Bread. Okay, keep going. What I know about music is that it's meant for communities. It's not meant for classrooms, exactly. Great. Thank you. Oh man, that was so great. At a scene, musicals. Okay, I want to share another song with you. And this is where we see, I'm gonna just talk from right here for a second. You saw enough of me. This song is where we see them, like in a montage moment, outside of the rehearsal room at night, like with couples, groups, drinks, blunts, moves. Something we're trying to say here is about how we can begin to refocus, and not just that we should. We need to refocus on not just the story, but the life, to expand on the complex joy and the tension of release. Because I do love music. Amen?
Pleasure, presence and patience. My pleasure, sound and sensation.
My pleasure.
Impulse to impulse to impulse.
Pleasure.
Moment to moment is
My
simple.
pleasure.
Seek, hope,
My
find,
pleasure.
speak thy
My
mind.
pleasure.
Listen and reply.
My
You know what you
pleasure.
like. My pleasure.
presence and patience.
My pleasure.
Sound and sensation.
My pleasure.
Impulse to impulse
My
to impulse.
pleasure.
Moment to moment is simple.
Pleasure.
Seek, hope, find,
My pleasure.
speak thy mind.
My
Listen and
pleasure.
reply. You know what you like.
When we locked eyes, I climbed inside them, now I live there. When you arrive, it's as if no one else had been there. All evening, I've been waiting for you. Ice, cold waterfall was fine. Against heat intensifies this belief I have inside that feeling good is more than certainty, more than a certain type. When you meet someone's eyes, for example, by surprise, feeling good changes lives. Feeling good changes lives.
Okay, yes. That was a secret. Okay, I want us to dip our toes into Act 2, which is not in the 1890s, but it's set in the 1930s. Yeah, it is. The 1930s, after the Great Depression, right? I know that at that time, Black performers were allowed to be cast as atmosphere, like 3/5 object over person. I know that at that time, poverty and poverty and poverty and poverty and poverty. Langston Hughes, Zora Neale Hurston. Oh, it's just so cute. They came together at this time in the 1930s to make a new type of Black theater. A theater that focused on the sound of Black speech, a rhythm, right? A how over a what to signify, right? Louise Thompson, she's so cute. She was the stenographer. She was just typing shit up, you know what I'm saying? They all had a shared patron, a white woman named Mrs. Mason. The show that they're working on is titled Mulebone. I won't go too deep into the story of like what happens with them, which is mad dramatic. Who said yeah? Who knows? You know. We can be friends. We just met. Ultimately, Langston and Zora, who had been, as they say, intimate friends. They never spoke again after coming to make this musical. I think people do books, history books. They infer that it was like a romantic issue between them, which I don't believe for a fucking second. Between them? Okay. But meanwhile, Louise is getting divorced from another black musical theater maker, Wallace Thurman. And this is Wallace. He also had a show on Broadway. They all met, everybody met. Oh, during the Harlem Renaissance, which you can imagine a lot of people meeting, doing a lot of different things. Wallace was gay. Everybody knew it, except for Louise at the time. He couldn't say it. And I don't think he ever did. When we look back, we have to know and get to know and re-know, right? The extent to which hiding was and is essential. Performing is an imperative. Performance text in the present is layered. Words are vehicles of meaning. So this next song is them, Louise and Wallace, remembering them meeting for the first time, that feeling, that complex feeling. That's what I had to say about that. Don't start without me. Yeah. Baby soul, everybody. Yeah. Woo. Do it up.
Don't you worry, I won't harm you, not in that way. You'll never be alone. I will stay here for a long while if you want me to. It's true, I do wanna be close. You might be thinking I know myself and I'm in control, but you're a baby soul, and baby souls don't know. Baby souls been known to misdiagnose. I'm the king, the queen, and the throne.
I'm in your head, I know your thoughts. You've been thinking of me and so your argument's lost. I'm in your head, I know your thoughts. You've been thinking of me and so your argument's lost. Don't you worry, I won't harm you, not in that way. You will never be alone. I will stay here for a long while if you want me to. It's true, I do wanna be close. You might be thinking I know myself and I'm in control, but you're a baby soul, and baby souls don't know. Baby souls been known to misdiagnose. I'm the king, the queen, and the throne. I'm in your head, I know your thoughts. You've been thinking of me and so your argument's lost. I'm in your head, I know your thoughts. You've been thinking of me, and so your argument's lost. So the night gray clears, and you're on your own. So you stage your cuckoo, yeah, you take the throne. You think no one is home, so you'll go out. Maybe you do, maybe you don't, but it won't work out. So you'll say, hey friend, won't you come on by? And their reply is just so archetype. They'll say I'm busy, but see you soon. By then I'm slamming my way into your invited doom. I'm in your head, I know your thoughts. You've been thinking of me, and so your argument's lost. I'm in your head, I know your thoughts. You've been thinking of me, and so your argument's lost.
Okay, let's go back. Way back. Back in time. Who knows the song? Dun, dun. Okay. I want to talk about Ernest Hogan, which we do not have a slide for, because I want you to just close your eyes for a second and imagine. Ernest Hogan is a black maker, a contemporary of these people, perhaps a little bit before. A composer, a lyricist. He also wrote a song from the soul, a comedy. It was titled, All Coons Look Alike to Me. You can open your eyes, if you haven't. Shortly after writing and sharing that song from the heart, it became the most popular song in America. Sold a bunch of sheet music, which is the same as like a track. To some, it started an entire new genre of music, coon songs. Soon, within the year, some of the most famous white musical theater performers would require that their composers would write coon songs for them too. Yikes, is that what somebody said? Yeah. But they were just so popular, right? So what is the big deal about adding a song like that in my show? Oh, not my show, well, not my show. But in their own. And in this process, I learned something really true about theft. That especially when it comes to something ephemeral, like music and words and how you say something, it's easy to think, ooh, they're not gonna miss it if it's gone, right? It's so popular, like rap. Stop laughing. It's true, it's true. Artists like Bob and Will and Bert and George, right? They live and they deal with the successes and failures of their contemporaries in such a real way. The expectation that black work look like something specific that meets and fits into and pleases a white audience. Yes, thank you. Are we ready? Yeah. Okay. I want this, right? I want the opportunity for us all to express our truth. My truth is black and queer and trans, and they can't be separated out. The pain can't be separated from the joy. The drive can't be separated from the desire. Like you can't separate the music from the story, the lyrics from the notes. This last song I'd like to share is for Ernest, and I'm gonna play it. All set up? Yes. What? Okay. The volume. Can you hear me? Can you hear this? I'm remembering. I've got a thin skin, baby, heart out on my sleeve. That don't mean I don't have locks of walls. I've got 'em all, believe me. And I've been broke down lately, giving to the grind. I'm a pushover. They push me every time, and I get over. Forwarded to my peace of mind. Because it's so hard to form healthy attachments in the real world. It's so hard to avoid a disaster if it's make it, break it, fake it, oh. I'm too earnest for musicals. And I've been healthy, drinking in the moment. I've chosen to be a little less shy. I've got to try. And I've been living mostly in my mind, a fantastic place. I want, I wait. The scene and stakes are way too high. Because it's so hard to form healthy attachments in the real world. It's so hard to avoid a disaster. Make it, break it, fake it, oh. I'm just too earnest for musicals. And I've been selfish, seeking for a hold, but what I was taught, it's not what you bought or sold, it's truth you've told. Because it's so hard to avoid a disaster in the real world. It's so hard to avoid a disaster, make it, break it, fake it, oh. I'm just too earnest for musicals. Okay, I want to thank Joe's Pub. Tip, 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 tip. If you haven't tipped yet, tip. I want to thank our stage manager, Sunny, and our producer, Lauren. Thank you for those slides. Y'all have really been a great support, and I appreciate it. I want to thank Brisa, Aaron, and Musical Theater Factory. Okay, I want to thank Marissa and Ray and the whole Clementi family for their support. Thank you, Alex and Marion, for letting me crash at your place. I want to thank my parents, my sisters. I would be obviously nothing without them. And we want to remember Kenneth, my brother who passed. Be Like Bone is looking for development. We are trying to get these black, queer, and trans artists paid, okay? Working. Not just working, but happy. The first act of this musical is in the 1890s. The second, the 1930s. And the third act is in 1991, which is a brain fuck. Next for this team is an upcoming concert of all the music from Be Like Bone with Musical Theater Factory and the New York State Council for the Arts. So thank you so much for listening with your hearts. I think we could do one more song. Just one more song. This next song is not from Be Like Bone. It's from a musical titled Ancient Future. Yeah, it is. Thanks again.
Maybe in a past life we were entwined, two branches of the same tree, a grain of sand on the beach, meeting in time. Maybe in a past life we were two notes, cuddling in harmony and melody. We plucked and tremoloed. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh.
Oh, maybe in a past life we were familiar. When you talk to me, I feel we were. Maybe in a past life we two ocean flowed. Notice first as a speckle, then you get close. Sha-la-la-la-la, 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 sha-la-la-la-la.
Maybe in a past life we shared the same home, knew every mannerism and who it came from.
Okay, let's bow. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Great. Thank you all for coming. Woo! Okay, remember, they want us to get out of here. They always do. Thank you for coming. Goodbye.